A few years ago, my oldest daughter had to take a DNA test for school just to figure out ancestry. During the DNA test, she came to me very, very sad because apparently me and her were not related. I was like, huh? When she told me this, I had to keep a straight face because the immediate shock was just, wow.
This is a hard pill for every man to swallow.
Then I decided to go with her to get a paternity test done. When we got the paternity test done, it was also concluded that I was not her father. At this point, I was shocked. I've had 4 kids with my wife, and she was the oldest, and I needed to see how far this rabbit hole went.
What we can all value from this man is that he didn't blame the kids or hold them accountable. He remained a true man till the end.
I told her to not let her mother know that we know this information, and then I went to my next oldest child. Not mine. I went to the one below that. Not mine. And then I decided to stop there because the youngest child is so young that this may directly affect them. I immediately was like, let me go talk to my wife about this. Then she starts crying profusely and saying it was only one time.
Unfortunately, it was all 4 times.
I didn't mean to do it. Each one of the children aren't mine, with the exception of the youngest, as so I think. That's when it dawned on me that it was one time, multiple times, and then when we looked, each one of the children had different baby fathers, and somehow that made it even worse.
Paternity tests at birth definitely need to be mandatory. Paternity fraud should be a felony.
Who discovered after being diagnosed with the life-limiting illness cystic fibrosis that he couldn't be the father of his 3 sons because the condition causes lifelong infertility. The doctors revealed in 2016 that Richard Mason couldn't be the dad to the children, who are now 19 and 23.
What's painful about this is that it took him 23 years to find out that his children weren't his.
Richard sued his wife of 20 years, Kate, and they recently reached a settlement of £250,000, with her admitting she'd had an affair while the couple had been married.
That looks like a win to me.
When the discussion then turned to fertility, and he said, look, yourself and Emma, you're going to have difficulty having children because you are, as a man with cystic fibrosis, infertile. It was suddenly like being hit by a sledgehammer. I just went, oh my God.
As soon as the doctor told him, he connected the dots.
You suddenly realize that your children aren't yours. So
immediately you knew the significance of what he just said to you?
Yeah.
I think the baby 5 years old now, and the baby didn't have no features for him. So he went and got a blood test done for the baby. Come back, the baby ain't even his. So he didn't even ask his wife what happened or nothing. He just filed for a divorce.
That man is smart because he knows arguments are a waste of time.
What's your age?
23.
Are you single?
I am now.
What do you mean?
I had a wife, now I don't have a wife.
How do you go from having a wife to not having a wife?
I went on deployment to Okinawa, Japan. My wife fucked a dude 1 week into that deployment, now I don't have one.
What's fascinating is that he smiles through the pain, and that is a rare feature that the elite of men have.
Well, how long were you together?
I've known her my whole life, since I was like elementary school, the whole way on to high school, joined the Navy, married the girl, now we're here.
This would have broken many men, but this guy moved on from it.
Single.
Sorry to hear that, bro.
It is what it is.
Did she beg for you back?
She did, yeah.
I think that's what gave him his confidence back.
What'd you tell her?
I said, you gotta be out by December. She was out by December.
How much did you spend on the ring for her?
$6,000.
$6,000. Thought you were getting...
Yeah, no quality there.
I hope he got his ring back.
Yep.
So could you see yourself getting married again?
Probably not. These girls now don't tell the truth about nothing. Just do your thing, get what you want, and go.
You got pregnant by another man?
Yes.
How did you find out it wasn't your husband's?
After the baby was born and they laid the baby beside me,
Why? How did you could tell?
the baby wasn't black.
This isn't funny or something to be proud of.
What's up is why you've been lying to me for 11 years, telling me that DJ is my real son.
This guy found out his son wasn't his after 11 years.
Why you been lying to me?
What have they lying about?
I got a DNA test done.
A DNA saying what?
Saying that he's not my son.
Let me see this DNA test.
You don't need to see me. I saw him.
How DNA test gonna say?
How you gonna be lying to me for 11 years? Why would you do that to me?
Where's the lie?
The lie is you. You are the lie.
It's hard to know that the last 11 years you've been lied to.
You have been lying to me for 11 years, having me believe that my son that I've been raising for 11 years is not really my son. Like, how could you do that to me? Like, what can you say for yourself right now?
What made you get a DNA test?
Because I went through your phone.
And why?
Talking about me, laughing and bragging, telling your friends that I have no idea that he's really not my son.
She even bragged about this to her friends, and it is absolutely wrong on so many levels.
And you lying to me about my son not being mine? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? You care more about being humiliated and me finding out that our son is not really my son and that he has a different father.
The truth always finds a way to manifest itself.
I should have, because I thought he was my son. Because you've been lying to me this whole time. Of course I love him, but I can't. But you guys can't stay. You can't stay here anymore.
What we don't know?
I don't know. It's not my problem. 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 You can't stay here. You can't stay here. You can't stay here.
He straight up said that without hesitation.
I don't know. It's not my problem. I did my job. I did my job. Yes. Yes. Lied to me. You lied to me.
My heart goes out to this man. I have several friends who have had similar discoveries. 30% of men are raising kids that aren't theirs. It's a real shame what happened to this man. You can still do everything right and still lose.
Willis, what brings you in the courtroom today?
I have been wondering for a long time about whether these children, we have 3 children, whether they're mine or not, they're all so ugly and they don't look like me. I'm a real handsome dude and these kids look like they come right off the street.
This gentleman had a feeling his children weren't his, so he decided to take his wife to court.
He says my kids aren't good looking. Well, ugly men make ugly children, honey.
Well, when I came home, you were kind of messed up a couple times.
I'm sorry.
Well, you know, one time I came home and I pulled in the front driveway and I saw this car down the street take off.
I don't know why he stayed after seeing that.
Because somebody came out the back door.
It was the repairman. I told you the washing machine was broken.
You told me it was the postman.
All right. The results reads as follow. First child, Mr. Willis, you are not the father.
That's what I figured.
His gut feeling was right.
No. Oh, that's good. No,
Willis.
that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Second child,
That's got to be. It's a mistake.
Mr. Willis, you are not the father.
You are reading someone else's file. This can't be true.
I have a mailman and a plumber.
Oh my God. Oh, wait. No. Hey.
I'm sorry.
Words.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Child 3, Mr. Willis. I pray and I hope.
Please.
But you are not the father. Oh my God.
I thought these things only happened with the new generation.
We need to first go to Robin's results. Jerome, I'm ready for the envelope. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. You are shaking.
I know.
I feel your nervousness from here. Are you okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to get it out there. I want to know the truth. She deserves it. She deserves everything.
This is a loving father, and this was the moment he would know if he is the father or not.
Benning versus Bodine. When it comes to 23-month-old Robin Benning, been determined by this court, you are not the father.
This breaks our hearts. He really wanted her to be his daughter, but listen to what he said next.
I'm very sorry.
It doesn't matter. I'm still going to be there. I'm lonely when she calls Daddy. You can't change it. We spent 2 years together. You can't change that.
He didn't give up on her no matter what.
I have been married for 51 years. Got 2 sons. needed to take a test to see if any of us had a kidney good enough for my brother. Found out something interesting. They ain't my kids.
He had one problem to begin with and ended up with two other problems.
There's somebody else's. Of course, the only good thing is, I know it's not my fault. Hell, I thought they took after their mother. Instead, they take after the plumber or the postman or the milkman, or, yeah, they were milkmen back when they came around.
No one will know where they came from.
I mean, God only knows. It sure gets old. I do wish I knew who the real fathers were. And they ain't the same. She was bopping a couple of different guys. But if I could figure out who they were.
He can get all his money back.
I've been practicing law long enough that I pretty well figure I can sue their ass and get all my money back. Start drafting up some divorce papers.
That's the correct move, brother. Well, guys, that was all for today. We'll be back soon.